How are they feeling about you in the silence is today's reading. Okay, let's have a look. Show me this love connection. I was hearing the word family, so you could have children together, have a family, planning a family. I feel that's important for the right collective. Okay, show me this connection and my collective's energy. Oh, Knight of Wands in reverse. You may well feel manipulated by this person. You may feel that they weren't being honest when it comes to this love connection. The Knight of Wands in reverse, that's not a good card. And I also feel really strongly that that, hang on, I need to choke. Should be all right now. And I also feel, and I think November would be important. This could be a birthday, when you got together, when you separated, a special memory. I feel like November's important because I'm seeing poppies. The name Poppy, could like poppies. All these little details should kind of tie you to the reading. But I feel really strongly that it's like, I think they need help. This person needs help. You might know that they're someone that their life, you know, they're the opposite of having their shit together, you know. Like, they need help for this. And I think you spent a lot of time caught up in your head about this. Really, really. And I'm getting lost hope come through, but I kind of feel like you've lost hope in them as a person, not even just like the connection. Like, you've lost hope that they can function normally, that they can be a good person. You know, this is very specific. This is your perception though, and your feelings. So, you know, we will get into them and see. But I feel like you know, the Eight of Swords is about being trapped in your mind, being in the prison, being stuck in a prison of your own making. Now, you could know your person's in that kind of state. And I feel that word's quite significant. You feel like their life is a state. They are a state. Like, they need help. There could have been infidelity here. Or just something that is like they didn't get away with it. They didn't get away with it, I'm hearing. I do think you love them, and I do think you really hope for a beautiful relationship here. And I'm hearing, but they're just a train wreck. See how you feel about them. Like, if you love, I do feel you love them, but take that away. How do you truly feel about this person? Like, feelings, emotions wise, the actual connection. I'm seeing A Nightmare Before Christmas. Isn't the main character Jack? So Jack could be an important name. Is it Jack Skellington or something like that? I don't know. I think it is Jack Skellington or Skelly something. Although there's love here, I kind of get the feeling from you and your cards of, but why? Why am I craving them? Why am I wanting them? Why am I loving them? Why am I holding on to this? Because I think logically to you, like, this person's life's a mess. This person's a wreck. This person's... But because it's attachment, we all form attachments to other humans, and when they're gone, we feel that loss and we crave, and it's just kind of natural. But I think your logical brain goes, it's like head and heart for you. Yeah, real head and heart. You know that. No, I'm just assuming that they've not treated you well. But say someone does something really, really crap to you, but you're in love with this person, and that whole, my heart says yes, my head says no, and I feel that for the right collective, that's how you feel. That's how you feel in this connection. And it's like, I feel like, I mean, there is silence between you, but you can't seem to fully walk away and go, I don't want this. You can't, something just keeps you tired and keeps you thinking of them and keeps you, you know, wanting them and craving them is what I'm hearing. But your brain's like, but why am I being so silly, you know? You will get into a calmer place, I promise. You will. It's a healing process. And sometimes when we've got, because that's your overall energy. When we crave someone that's not behaved well, we crave someone that's not treated us properly. So love trauma, like it maybe be something from childhood where you love someone that treated you rubbish. And sadly, we tend to, I learned this through psychology, recreate. There's a reason I'm deviating here, because I think for this collective, there might have been like a really awful situation in your past, maybe with a father figure or a brother figure. I'm feeling a male. And I think it has traumatized you, and you may have like recreated the situation with, like, say, your father in your love life, and we almost recreate them when we try and resolve them, and it's scary to think, but we do. But if we can try and reprogram those negative underlying thoughts, you know, everyone's got those underlying negative thoughts. So I'll just list some common ones. They always leave me. I always get cheated on. I don't deserve love. That's all I can think of, actually. Figure out what one yours is and work to change it. Work to proactively change that negative. Although some people do say, especially in the spiritual community, you will never resolve your ego. It will always. But I think affirmations can really reprogram the way that you think. They can really reprogram how you see things, how you work, that kind of thing. So it does take 30 to 60 days. So you have to commit to it, because you won't see results straight away. But write down those negative thoughts. Say it's, I don't deserve love. I do deserve love. Or if it feels uncomfortable, put, I'm starting to believe that I deserve love. And say that in the mirror once, maybe twice a day, but do it consistently for 30, 60 days. And you'll find it will become a natural thought pattern. And that's how you actually can recover from, I'm not saying that, you know, with depression and things like that. I feel like maybe you are someone that suffers with depression or something like that. Maybe a different one. But I'm not saying, I think it is something you live with, but it tends to kind of reprogram your thoughts into being better, and it helps with things like depression and mental health. There's a really strong reason that I deviated like that today. Someone needed to hear that. That's the advice and help. Right, okay, so let's get into your person. I'm going to go to part 2. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, the link's on my bio. Love and light. Bye.